This week on High Scores, High Stakes, things are about to get fast. We're diving into SpeedRunners for a 3-race showdown where timing, traps and ruthless shortcuts will decide everything. But here's the twist. This challenge is worth triple points. 3 races, huge stakes. One mistake and you're off the screen. By the finish line, will someone be running away with the leaderboard and will everyone else be eating dust? Let's run. Hi everybody and welcome to Season 6, Episode 5 of High Scores, High Stakes, the podcast that takes itself off to the Grand Canyon to blow off some steam. I'm your host as always, Mr Luvva Luvva, and with me is my co-host.
Excellent Flash gaming reference there, Mr. Luvva Luvva. On
totally
point as always, 152 episodes in and 152 relevant hooks there. We definitely didn't have to reshoot this one because I didn't understand it.
Definitely didn't.
It's Tomahawk here. How are we doing, good sir? It is good to be back.
I'm very well, mate. I'm just glad I podcast with a fellow nerd. He understands old Flash references. Thank you very much for being my co-host and my friend. It is
no problem. It's
very much appreciated.
I can do.
But yes, people are probably listening to this and going, what the heck have I tuned into? We are High Scores, High Stakes, the internet's only competitive PlayStation podcast. We're myself, Tomahawk, and our other co-host, Cardinal, who can't be here tonight. GBNF, Cardinal.
Hashtag find Cardinal.
Compete against one another in a PlayStation Gaming Challenge League table, where every week we pick a game and play a challenge in that game and compete against one another. Whoever is top of the league after 12-week wins the coveted High Scores, High Stakes Cup. Beautiful. That's who we are. That is what we do, Tomahawk. Obviously, this week, the Flash reference is because we played a little indie game from 2016 called SpeedRunners. But that's the game tonight. This is how the league table looks after 4 weeks. Ooh, barely count there. After 4 weeks. After last week's Warhammer 40k Bolt Gun Challenge. In third place, last place, the place formerly known as the Sherry place, Cardinal Smith is the bottom of the barrel with 5 points. And I don't know about you, right? As we edge ever closer to the mid-season point, are we looking at the first ever season of High Scores, High Stakes where one competitor doesn't win a challenge?
I mean, it's entirely possible. Every season brings a new piece of lore, a new element to add to the tomes. Mm-hmm. This is, he's on track.
It'd be super embarrassing because even Sherry won challenges every season he was here.
So, it would be a very, very unrecoverable position if we get to episode 6 and he is yet to get 3 points in a single challenge. Can he hit double digits? This is kind of thing, like with 12 weeks, bar any sort of special scoring system where zeros are possible, because zeros have been done before.
Yep.
He could end up on single figures.
He could do.
That would be unprecedented.
It's 4 challenges down, no wins for Cardinal Smith. Only 1 second place for Cardinal Smith. It is he's looking like Wolves. He's looking like the Wolves of High Scores, High Stakes.
I mean, are the challenges out of his wheelhouse? But then I suppose the challenges are democratically designed.
They are elected. But anyway. That's
the holy Google sheet.
that's where Cardinal Smith is. In second place on 10 points is Tomahawk, the man vying for his second High Scores, High Stakes Cup. The man who is falling behind on the cup count to myself and Cardinal Smith here. It's a bit of it's not as embarrassing as the situation Cardinals find themselves in
these days.
There's not very much liquids being consumed in the Tomahawk household, I'll put it that way. And in first place, also on 10 points, but they're on virtue of alphabetical order, the greatest way of separating competitors in any sporting environment. Some people will say, you don't deserve it, Luvva, you're only there through luck. I say, no, it's through design. I saw Tomahawk's handle and I strategically picked one that fell alphabetically before his. It's genius, and you're jealous. You're jealous, listener. That's what's going on here. But yeah, just to recap those nice and quickly, Cardinals in third with 5 points. You're second on 10 points. I'm first on 10 points, which brings me. I've nothing left to say in the league table currently. I'm more interested in what the league table is going to look like after tonight's Speedrunner Challenge. But before we get to that, Tomahawk, I'm a curious person, always poking, asking questions that I have no right to know, but I think I have a right to know. Our listeners have a right to know. What are you playing?
I've been a really busy bee this week
Liar.
in what I'm playing. I've got a lot to discuss.
Oh gosh, keep it short.
So, firstly, what I'm going to start off is, and what I've completed is Resident Evil Requiem.
All right. It's a new game.
It's very much a new game. I have done a thing where I've played games released in 2026 in the month that they've been released.
The weekend of its
release. And the weekend of its release. So it's like, it's a night, 10 hours if you're doing the nostalgia run is how I like to call it. I probably, if I was feeling a little less throwbacky, I probably could have done it in about 8.5, 9 hours, basically. Okay, yeah. That game's incredible. I think it is probably the best Resident Evil mainline story.
Okay.
Hands down. I think it's like the truest successor to Resident Evil 2. If you're going to do it like sequentially like that. There's just so much about this that is perfect. I'm trying to go back and do it with the insanity difficulty and under 4 hours next. So I'm like locking in for this game now. It's absolutely incredible. No spoilers, obviously, because I know that you want to sink your teeth into that at some point as well. So we will move swiftly on. I played the demo for Darwin's Paradox. It was a little Konami 2D scroller
octopus game.
The octopus game. So much fun. It's like Little Nightmares, but a little bit more comedic. You are a tactical octopus trying to go through it's like a fish distributor's factory, and you try and uncover why all of the soldiers, all the sentries are just robots pretending to be humans. It was fun. It was a little bit daft, and 15, 20 minutes of a few puzzles there just kind of made me think, I might get this. I might get this I think it's in April it comes out.
I think so, yeah. I think so.
And to top everything off, then I bought Hades and started playing Hades there. It is a really good game. I really like that art style. I really like that roguelike element. It's really early doors on Hades at the minute now, but it's kind of getting me pumped to get Hades 2, but I want to put a few hours into this one first. But it's very much something to play on the Portal and just do a run here and there.
Yeah.
And then just build that arsenal up, really.
Yeah, I get that. I think I played it quite a bit on the Steam Deck, so it did. Because it just felt home there. But no, it's a good game. I liked it. It's hard.
It's hard.
It's really difficult.
It's not forgiving. Even at the very start, where the first run and you kind of get like 3 or 4 rooms in, and then you just get one-shotted. And then the next run, when you actually have a scope of how the game works, the enemy level just seems to jump up straight off the bat. So that room 1, you're pretty much surrounded, and it becomes a whole thing now. But the last one I kind of want to talk about is I downloaded on a whim Hitman World of Assassination.
Yeah, okay.
Because there was a free-to-play mission with Mila Jovovich.
Yeah, the Resident Evil
Resident Evil vibe.
It's not Resident Evil, but it is Resident Evil.
Yeah. So it has like the fake Spencer Mansion. It has the pharmaceutical company with a shady agenda. And it has the laser corridor from the movie.
It does, yes. I saw this bit too.
So I kind of wanted to play it because I thought it might be quite good for like a challenge, because it's limited time and that means like it's time pressure to do it. And then I realized that when you do the mission, there's a 30-minute lock to replay the level, so I was a bit like a bit disappointed in that now. But I forgot how fun a Hitman game can be.
Yeah, they're good fun. Good fun.
They require a lot of patience, but fun all the same. That's what I thought. Is like, what's the golden path to do this? And I shot her on the balcony and then just walked away. And then went. I did that about 12 minutes and then just went, oh, I have to wait half an hour to play this again. But it's free. It's a free event until the 24th of March or something like that. So I might give it another couple of runs and actually play out the entire event and play out the actual full story of that mission.
You just play the mission.
So, busy bee this week anyway. So I've put a lot into this. I figured since Cardinal's not here, I may as well have talked for Cardinal today.
yeah, and you certainly did, and you didn't mention Final Fantasy, so you get bonus points for that.
Not even once. So, as I say, Cardinal there, Luvva, round off this section and tell us, what are you playing?
I have been playing a few things too. You know, just every now and again, just stick it on either the Steam Deck or the Portal. I have been playing. Well, I finished Cairn. I summited Kami, and I'll tell you one thing, right? I have never been more proud to say that I did something as what I was when I finally summited Kami. All I'm going to say about that game, I think this has the potential for a game of the month at some point this year. It is an incredible game, and everyone should play it. Everybody. It's brilliant. I literally cheered when I finally got over the last lip onto the last plateau of Kami. And it was just, the summit was just right there. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've done it.
Does it do the big cinematic pull out?
No comment.
Okay, cool. Because I've had a couple of those moments. I'm not far behind you. I think anytime you have like a big long bridge, the camera does this incredible pull out with some incredible pieces of music. It's very Kojima. That's the best. I think we've described it as that a few times now.
It's very much like Death Stranding. But yeah, no, I finally beat that and was exceptionally proud of myself. And I kind of want to go again on it. Just go from the bottom and see how many different routes I can get, because there's loads of stuff. I don't think it's possible to see everything in that game in one climb, so I wouldn't mind going back up and taking some different routes and trying to see if I can find different things.
There was a few moments there, but only for the fact I kind of knew you might have mentioned it. I didn't mention it, and I realized that after one of my drops, and it was like, your descent is over, do you want to restart? Where I dropped was like, I then suddenly went, hold on, I can access this. So like made a point to deliberately descend into where I was, and there was a whole load of like just bodies that had fell from Kami, and I was able to like loot and resource from that, and I was like, it was quite a long detour, but it was a really, really necessary detour.
Yeah, you get some good stuff. You get the sports bar and all this here business.
Yeah, exactly. It's such a good one to have. Like, and I think Golden Path in that game is interesting because you could still put 20 hours in just a Golden Path. Yeah, or you can put like 30 to 40 hours in and do all the nooks and crannies and all the lore that's associated with it.
Yeah, I think it took me 26 hours to climb Kami.
Okay.
That's my playtime. The playtime was 26 hours. I think my actual ascent was like 16, but that doesn't obviously include restarts and stuff like that. But yeah, no, what a game. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. And then beyond that, I have been playing a little bit of Splinter Cell, the original Splinter Cell.
Tidy.
I mean, it's a really good game, but like Hitman, it requires patience and feeling to understand what you actually have to do. There's a lot of trial and error. But no, it's just one thing that keeps on blowing me away is the lighting system in that game is just incredible for a 2002 video game. It's incredible. And the cloth physics, you can walk through like curtains and stuff like that, and they kind of, don't get me wrong, it's still 2002, but they do a really good approximation of these curtains folding around Sam Fisher. It's really impressive.
I think because it's like a stealth game and everything, this is the PS2 version, or the PS2 one, isn't it? Yeah.
No, PC.
PC? Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, I think surely that's the whole point. Is like you had to be in the shadows, you had to be stealthy, so you had to blend it and allow for things like that. So I think that there was a lot of effort put into
100%
those mechanics, and it's paid off, and obviously still stands the test of time.
It looks brilliant. It genuinely looks, don't get me wrong, it's like a 2002 game, but it looks brilliant. I was doing I think I'm on the third mission, I think, and you have to crawl through vents, but they're speckled with holes, and the light streams through, the gun rays come through. It just looks incredible. It looks incredible. I was like, wow. And the shadow quality is crazy. But no, it's a really, I would say it's a fun game. really frustrating, and it front loads that first mission is brutally hard, but it gets you into the swing of the game. It's really good. I'm really enjoying it. Control scheme's weird, but beyond that, you kind of get used to the control scheme, and you just sort of have to work with these old games. But no, Splinter Cell, what a game! Yeah. What a game! I think I got it for like 50p.
It's one of those ones I keep thinking they're going to bring it back, but
they never are.
They never are. No, we've got a Netflix series, and I think we're just going to kind of have to hope and live with that now.
there was meant to be a movie with a being from Batman was playing Sam Fisher.
Oh, Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
Right. I did not know that.
Like,
I know that Liev Schreiber is the voice of Sam Fisher in the Netflix series, and I think he's done a pretty reasonable job of that then. But they're crossing over with Rainbow Six. They're crossing over Sam Fisher and Solid Snake and stuff at the minute now. So who knows?
Who knows?
Unlikely, but you could live in hope.
yeah. But that's all I've been playing. Just those two really are the two I want to talk about. So that means the other game I've been playing this week, and you've been playing, and indeed Cardinal has been playing, is SpeedRunners. And if you don't know what SpeedRunners is, it is a side-scrolling racing game, which is the best way to describe it. You play a speedster superhero, and all you have to do is race 3 other speedsters. And the aim of the game is to get so far ahead that your opponents fall off the edge of the screen and are eliminated, and it is a last man standing sort of game, like Micro Machines, only you're running, is the best way to describe it. The way we did this is the races are fairly short. So we have done a 3-race series with 3 points, 2 points, and 1 point available in every single race. So we are looking at a potential somebody getting 3 wins and getting 9 points. And likewise, we also have the potential of someone coming last 3 times and getting 1 point. So this could swing the league absolutely massively, or we could go
create
1 win
more
each.
distance. This is it. Like the status quo is unchanged. There's a lot to be said.
There's a lot to be said. There's a lot on the line here. Cardinal really. I was joking around to start the episode. Cardinal is 4 challenges down, 0 wins, and there's a 5-point gap between us and him. He has to do something to close that gap. He has to. There's no way about it. But the question is, can he close that gap? And there's only one way to find out, and that is by getting to our SpeedRunners challenge right now. Okay, Tomahawk. Before we get into the gameplay, let's just tell everyone a little bit about this game, okay? This is a game that has been sat on my PlayStation for about 2 years, because about 2 years ago, we came up with the idea of potentially covering this in a challenge game. I know I bought it, Cardinal bought it, and I think Cardinal was one that might have brought this game up as a potential because he had it on his Steam library.
Sounds about right, yeah.
Yeah, but this is a game developed by Double Dutch Games, and it was released on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC in 2016. It's a long time ago now. The good news is there is a sequel due for this. It is called SpeedRunners 2, The King of Speed, and it looks awesome. It looks
really good.
Genuinely great. Now, this is a game that was built in a game making sort of like tournament competition thing. It's called Tiny Build. I don't know if it's still a thing anymore, but it was about 10, 15 years ago, where you had like loads of small teams given a weekend to make a game. And this is one of the games that came out of that. So let's waste no more time. Race number 1 was in Zoo. And this was a level that I unlocked the night before with Cardinal. I had never played it. Cardinal never played it. You bought the game in order to play it here, so you barely played it too. So this was a racetrack that was new for all of us. Just before we hit the play and start talking about the gameplay here, let's just tell everyone who we are. I am the blue character. He is dressed like a shark. I think he's called Man-Eater. I think that's his name. You are controlling the character that is a
tiki mask who's on fire.
He's on fire, yeah. he's like Ghost Rider, only a tiki man. And then Cardinal was like, he's wearing like an orange diver suit.
It was like a Cosmo Commander or something like that. He was like a Russian soldier type stereotype character, nearly.
Like a Russian cosmonaut, but his suit looks like a old diving suit.
Yeah.
So it was. But yeah, let's talk about this gameplay, because this game is, it's really simple, but there's a lot of
moving parts to this one.
Tactics, and there's a lot going on in this game. It doesn't look like it, but there's a lot going on in it. So let's just hit play, Tomahawk, and we'll talk about it as we go. So this is race number 1, and remember, there's 3, 2, 1 point available in every single race.
It is worth mentioning as well that we did put a bot character in just to kind of complete a 4-player lobby, and also add a little bit of jeopardy, I think, to it as well. Because if it just came to the 3 of us, which it has done now, the bot has immediately been booted out of the map.
Yeah. I think when we were playing this, I compared it to, there's an old game. It was like a pseudo sequel to Micro Machines, and it was Micromaniacs, and it was essentially this game, only in like 2.5D.
Right.
But yeah, no, it's an interesting one. So the mechanics of this are really simple. You choose a direction in which to run. Your character will run automatically. There are speed up, so they look like big, large shelves of ice.
Yeah, it's like a big speed boost. It just gives you like I think it's like a right trigger, puts it up, and then it's a meter. So you can either sprint burst it, or you can just use it all in one go, which is what I think we all did.
I mean, yeah, there's also a sliding mechanic. There is a grappling hook mechanic, but you can only grapple the roofs that have a white line going through them, and there's also a double jump. Now, there's also pickups. So there's weapons. There is a golden grapple hook that will grab the person in first and sort of make their days really bad.
Oh, yeah.
So there is.
Oh, no, that game's just second game. So Cardinals took the first game. I have already just been eliminated in game number 2 here.
Yeah.
So not a great start for me, at least anyway. But the bot kind of starts to take an early lead, and then Luvva, you've just took advantage with the grapple hook here. So you've took on ahead. Cardinal has now been eliminated. So it is yourself and a bot within the entire screen's worth, and the bot has now been eliminated. So one thing, if people aren't watching the video, the first player that gets eliminated, the screen then, I think I called it in the record when we were actually doing the challenge in real time, I called it a reverse fog of war.
You did, yeah.
So the screen starts to diminish and starts to like become smaller and smaller as to what you can see in front of you, behind you, on top and below you and stuff. So you kind of have to just rely on muscle memory, because you are just running loop after loop on this. It is down to myself and Cardinal. Cardinal has now been eliminated. I have just took that. I think my big strength in this was these ascending wall runs. I think I kind of excelled a little bit in them.
Yeah, some of them are really difficult. Like the one here we're currently climbing, there's a huge gap between the walls you have to sort of to and fro from, some of them are really difficult, but there's a lot to this game. So you can climb, you can slide, you can trip other players up with the slide. I don't know if you realize that. If you're right behind someone and you slide, you can trip them.
Didn't know that at all.
It's a game of underhanded tactics, and the person who was the dirtiest usually won, in fairness. But there's also a momentum system as well. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh yeah,
if you run down slopes, you gain momentum and a little bit of boost. And there's also shortcuts. You can see me and I think was it me and you there taking the shortcut, but some of the shortcuts are duds. They're not actually shortcuts.
They're no longer. Yeah.
They give you more obstacles to avoid, and they wind up being longer. And that little part there, I filled above my screen. Don't know how I didn't get eliminated, but I'll take it all day long.
This is getting really tight. I forgot the screen is so small at this point.
Yeah,
and then Cardinal has just kind of hit the wall and he did complain a lot about the physics kind of just sometimes didn't work. And I probably agree with him on at certain elements. Sometimes the character just doesn't go where you want them to go, and it just becomes a little bit floaty at times.
I think it's momentum. I think you need to work your momentum in order to keep your speed up. But state of play in this race is I'm on 2 points, you're on 1, Cardinal's on 1, and these are races to first to 3.
First to 3, yeah.
All I have to do is win this round, and this is race 1 over. But it's down to me and you, and we're fairly close here.
This is it. Like, it just becomes a case of who's going to slip up first and who's going to slip up worse, because a box kind of has like maybe a 3-second cooldown for the character to write, and then we've just cleared a whole bunch of boxes when we should have been sliding. And I think we've just kind of... we're failing together really at this point.
I mean, big time, yeah. It's not the smoothest race you're ever likely to see, but as I said before we played this one, none of us had ever played this level before, and I've just grabbed you with that,
and you've just hit me with the box, and I've got caught myself on the grappling hook as well, so that was came in clutch there with the victory then.
Yeah, you said that was your strong suit, those climbs, and I used them against you.
So the laugh on that one, just that as we got to end game there, was the I got a box pickup and thought, if I can time this just right, I can bonk him on the head and then just take the W. But you just missed it. And then I think as I've kind of wall jumped over the top, you've grapple hooked me with that power up, and I think it's just you've absolutely nailed it there, and I've come away with the first batch of W's then in this game then.
Yep. So at the end of that race then, the final scores in that race was 1 to you, 1 to Cardinal, 3 to me, and the poor bot got nothing. We obviously demolished her, so we did. So that means at the end of race 1, the league points are going to be distributed like this. Obviously, I won, so I'm getting a 3, but you and Cardinal drew on 1 each. So that means technically, you both came second. So I'm going to give you 2 points each.
Seems fair.
Okay, so that is 3 points for me, 2 points for you, 2 points for Cardinal. So Cardinal's off to a pretty good start here. So you, to be fair, it's no one has, obviously it's only one race, but the gap hasn't expanded any at all, really.
No, that's it. I think in these situations, because the game has like this ready-made scoring system, so I think if we didn't use it, it would be a bit of nearly of a disservice to the game, to be honest. So
yes, yeah, but it's all to play for. We still have 2 races to get through here, but yeah, no, it's fairly even, and I think that first race proves that none of us are extremely proficient in speedrunners. No. But we can have our moments, so we can. But we need to get into race number 2. So let's not waste any more time, and let's speed run our way to race 2. Okay, Tomahawk. So after that masterclass from me in race number 1, the zoo, me decimating everybody, I am going to push on my advantage here. But maybe not right now, because I am out and
I am out as well.
In the first jump.
The first corner, we're effectively just now watching Cardinal take on a bot, and that screen is now... You don't realize how much that screen shrinks in such a quick space and time there. So the bot has come away with the win on that one, then Cardinal has been undone by physics.
I think Cardinal was done there by an absolute pro strat from the bot, to be quite honest, because the bot just used that grappling hook there to incredible advantage. It was crazy.
I just used the momentum of the swing to like take them up and over the ledge. Like, yeah, I think
skipping a wall climb completely and leaving Cardinal in the dust.
It did really, like, it had moments of it knew what it was doing, and then at the same time, the boss just didn't have a clue what it was doing. It would just get into, once it got into a groove, it would be hitting these, as you say, hitting these strats and these time saves, and then other times it would like barely know which way was it was meant to be going. So the three of you have all now been clambering, hit with that rotating laser, but no sooner has anybody taken any advantage on that. Like at the first instance, first instance of any slip up, nobody's taken advantage and they're slipping up straight away. So I've been eliminated there now. So this next round is effectively down to you and Cardinal.
Me and Cardinal at the minute, yeah.
It's now who's going to make the first mistake. And Cardinal has a power up. Yeah. Hasn't really, well, he has utilized it, but
not well at all.
Not well.
He should have pressed home his advantage because I've tripped up on the spikes, like literally tripped up, and something's happened to him. I don't know what.
He just got caught on the wall jump, and as you say, I think the momentum issue is like his character's going one way, and he's trying to force the stick to go
the other
way, and then you just end up floating.
Yeah, yeah, you're in trouble if you try to go against the gravity of the game. But yeah, no, this track, I like this, but I did pay attention. The joy of going out early in that first race means we could watch where the path is.
Route, yeah.
So I have just took my second point of the race there by emulating what the bot did by using my grappling hook to cut out that wall jump. I've just done it twice in a row. It gets you ahead a lot. It's just
absolutely.
But now, again, it's down to me and you, mate. Me and you are running it, and it's fairly close. You've just completely skipped those two zigzaggy bits.
I realised that there was a quick moment there. If you just stop, your momentum stops carrying you forward, and sometimes you don't need the boost. The boost is always a nice add-on.
Yeah,
it's not always required, but I could do with one right now. I can see that screen is coming slowly on me. I've just grabbed a boost, and I'm trying to make chase with you here now. And yeah, you hit that air pocket, which sends through, just launches you across to the next biome there, or the next area there, and has just left me in the dust basically. So that wraps up game number 2 in spectacularly short fashion.
Yeah, really, really, really short. So it was.
It does go to show that these games can be really, like, that first one was about 5 or 6 minutes. This one was, I think, barely hit 4 minutes.
Yeah, it was 3 minutes 31. It was spectacularly short, but
didn't have a good time on this map, I will admit.
You really didn't have a good time on that map. So the way that race has finished up was I've won it with 3 points. Cardinal got 1 point, and the bot also got a point, but nothing for you, Tomahawk. So that means in race number 2, I'm getting 3 points. Cardinal's getting 2 points, and you're getting 1 point.
That is how it goes sometimes.
It is. But that one was, I think, a simpler track than that first one. It wasn't very complicated. There was a lot of long straights where if you had boosts, you can build up a big old gap and drop someone out pretty much. And that air pocket, if you skip that, you're on to an absolute flyer. So yeah, because with that air pocket, for those not watching it, once you get to the top of it, you set off a booby trap. It fires a rocket at you, a homing missile at you.
Oh, okay.
And you have to outrun it. And it usually, I find, dropped you on top of a box. So you run the double gambit of getting hit by a missile and then hit a box.
Because the staggers don't. It's not like, we talked about this in like the Wipeout episode as well. Like when you get hit, it doesn't just give you this invulnerability. If you get hit and then hit again, your stagger carries through into the next hit. So
it does, yeah. You
could be down for a box is a couple 2 or 3 seconds, but a missile is 5 seconds easily. So you could be down realistically for about 10 to 12 seconds if you hit a lot of obstacles within quick succession of each other.
Yeah. It's a tense game. See, when it comes down to a tiny square of screen and you have to stay with the person who's in the lead, it becomes incredibly tense, this game. It's a lot of fun.
It was so much fun. I think it was good because we used a different chat system rather than the in-game or PlayStation party chats for this, because we did I think I've never been as vocal or as shouty playing challenges we've locked in for other multiplayer challenges in this podcast, and we all kind of just maybe are on comms but don't speak. This one I've actually thought we've actually had a bit of crack and a bit of banter, and we've actually had a fun time playing this. Nearly forgetting that there are points to be played for.
Yeah, 100%. There was those moments where you know yourself, if you go out early, you do not I don't want you to pick up points, because you're my closest competitor. If it was Cardinal Smith behind me in the league, I wouldn't want him picking up points, but that's just the way it is. So I found myself, if I went out early, I was cheering on Cardinal. Come on, Cardinal, don't let him win this.
He's going to bridge the gap before I do. Yeah, that makes sense. Absolutely.
And there was a lot of cheering going on for each other. And when it was down to one of us in the bot, we always wanted...
Right, jump, grapple,
just get it done. Get it done. Don't let a bot be. It's only medium difficulty. But the bots in this game, as you say, sometimes they are genius, and other times they're just running straight into blocks everywhere.
Yeah.
And I think it's because of the difficulty. There's 2 more difficulties higher than medium.
The expert one is insane. Like their expert AI is so locked in.
They know all the shortcuts, and they seldom miss the entries to those shortcuts. It's crazy how good it is. But no, this game is a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun, but I'm not here for fun, Tomahawk. I am here to win. So right now, after 2 races, here's how it's looking. I've got 6 points. Cardinal has got 4 points. You have got 3 points. So Cardinal has made up a little ground on you. So you now have the unprecedented place of knowing that Cardinal is now effectively breathing down your neck, and I'm building up a head of steam here.
You're pulling away now, so I'm in this rock and a hard place now. Yep. Do I just maintain the status quo, or do I have to go in for the kill, basically? I think that's partly where I wanted to go, but I think you run the risk of... not friendly fire in this instance, but those power-ups can just hit anybody, really. They're not... if someone just happens to run into that grapple hook, it's going to take them, regardless of who's in first place. So it's kind of luck of the draw in some of these. Then in it, because this, I can see outside of the podcast, I can see outside of competitive gaming, what we call competitive gaming, at least anyway. I can see how this might be a friend ender. One of those, one of them party games. Definitely.
Yeah, this is the sort of game that you're playing with your mates when you were a kid, and when you lost, someone was winging that controller across the room.
Yeah.
And then your mum would come up and go, "Get him out of my house." Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. I know that all too well.
We've all been the kid who's watched a controller get smashed off the wall, and we've all been the kid smashing our friends' controllers off a wall. Let's just be honest here. But yeah, no, this is what I really like about this game is it is a really old school competitive couch game.
Couch co-op, yeah.
It brought me back to the days of Micro Machines and Micro Maniacs and all those top-down racers that were on the Sega Mega Drive, and it's just fun, and it's funny when someone feels you can laugh at them, but because and everyone knows that your next mistake is right in front of it. You just don't know it's there yet because the screen hasn't scrolled that far. A lot of this is reactions and memorization, because the boxes are always in the same place. Everything is always in the same places. You just have to remember where you are in the track and what part's coming up next, and sort of position yourself to best take advantage and best avoid all those sort of obstacles. And it's a lot of it's high octane. Yeah, it's one of those ones. And as we play through the games, as we have done, it reminds me of do you remember how the old Lego games used to be, where the screens would split, but you would nearly drag the second player along with you? I feel as if this game does that. If you're too far ahead, that's nearly a hindrance to you, because everyone else, especially until that first player gets eliminated by the neck, moving up and going across rather than that screen shrinking.
sometimes being ahead early doors isn't the best tactic, but
no, me and Cardinal were saying this the whole time. You want to be ahead, but the person who's first is at the biggest disadvantage because they don't know what's coming up. They don't, unless you know the tracks inside and out, you don't know when that next set of boxes are. And likewise, we don't know what our final results are, Tomahawk, but I am on track for maximum points. So let's see if I can get maximum points. Let's see if you can stop me from getting maximum points and stop me from extending my lead at the top of the table. And let's see if Cardinal can close that gap on you even further and maybe even move up in the league. So without any further ado, let us get to race 3 in SpeedRunners. And here we are, Tomahawk. We are in the factory level. This one is one of the earliest sort of tracks in the game. It's fairly simple, but like all of these levels in Speedrunner, it has its technical moments, and you'll notice there that the track splits in two. You will notice because you've went the wrong way and you've ended your run really early. So it's now just me, Cardinal, and the bot. I have got the freezing.
That's a great perk. That one, the freeze ray.
The freeze ray is great. You can freeze everyone in front of you, and then there's no collision, so you just run through them.
But you've clearing house on this one now. You are just going straight through. But you've hit a few boxes there, and Cardinal has hit a sprint boost and is. Oh, he's hit you with the. He was quite good with ducking the boulder as well.
Yeah, he timed his jump absolutely perfectly there. So that's something we didn't mention. Every power up has a counter to it. So the golden sort of grappling hook, if you slide, it'll go above you and miss you.
Yeah.
Likewise, that big lava ball or whatever you want to call it,
just jump out of the way.
Jump over it. The ice blast is probably the most hard to avoid. You suppose you could double jump and then swing and stay ahead of it. It doesn't stay on the screen for very long. But no, everything has a counter. You also notice in this level, audio listeners, there's a lot of levers that close and open doors into different paths. So you're making your opponent's pathways hopefully more difficult in order to leave them behind.
I realized where I've gone wrong in that first run, and it's kind of happened again. I've mistimed a jump, and I've hit the spike wall. Yeah, I haven't jumped high enough or long enough to get through, and I've been caught out at the same spot twice now.
I will give you advice on that spot. You don't jump at all. You use your grappling hook, and you grapple up.
Grapple over the top, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But right now, I think it's me and the bot, isn't it?
It is indeed, and you've just powered through it there as well. Not gracefully, but you've powered through it all the same. No, but
a win's a win. That is my second win. So we've had 2 races here. I have won both. I'm making this look easy right
this
now.
This one has been I've got ahead. I've caught myself on there, and I've actually managed to make it past turn 3. Now, I will say this is really, really good about this. Like when the match resets, it resets from the point where the furthest forward stops.
Yes.
As opposed to hard reset for the entire lap. So you can get a really favorable part of the map to restart on, or you can just be like, a couple of times we've been stuck on like those vertical ascents, and you're just kind of stuck there, and you have to kind of figure it out on the fly. And it's interesting how just that start point can catch you off guard, because it doesn't necessarily be in a place that someone is particularly confident
it might not be favorable. Yeah, it could be a really awkward one there. And just when you were talking there, you fired a homing missile at me, and I ran over a lever to close the gate as the missile was just about to hit me, and it blocks the missile. But right now I'm out, and you've just
nearly hit me with the ice blast.
Well.
Cardinal nearly hit me with that ice blast as well. But as I say, it's just started us now at the vertical ascent, but we've all no momentum, so it's kind of a bit of a slog for us to get there.
Yeah, but we all get there. Right now, the scores in this final race are, I have 2 points, you have 1 point, Cardinal has nothing, and ideally you want to keep him at nothing, and you have just used the golden grapple hook on Cardinal Smith, relegating him to another defeat, and now you're chasing me. You need to win this, and you can't.
I remember in the moment that causing some discourse.
He was raging at you, and rightfully so. You've absolutely.
I mean, like, this is one of those moments. I did allude to it at the start there, where that grapple hook will latch onto the first person. This is not like a blue shell. This is not like a red shell kind of situation here. This will lock onto this. Will hit the first person that it is in its hitbox. That those grapple hooks can be missed.
I mean, I think the way it works is it will grab the furthest player from you. So if I drop down a level, so it's never going to target me.
No.
So Cardinal was second, so it's targeted at him because it can get him. And you've absolutely dumped him out of the race there. Down at the top of a downward slope, you have done Cardinal Smith absolutely filthy.
I mean, it was one of those situations that it's like if you take a shot at the king, you best not miss. And
yeah, you didn't.
I completely missed afterwards because I thought to myself, right, it's the two of us. I can maybe use this, and then as soon as you hit that switch, because that pathway is a straight pathway for you, hit that switch and it automatically creates. I've already creating so much momentum that I have to then go into a perfect U shape, like long cut effectively, which kills my momentum. And then because the reverse fog of war, which I'm going to patent, has already happened, I can't outrun that basically. And there we are. That's all she wrote in game number 3 then.
Yeah, game number 3, another win for me. I always say I'm the big dog in this podcast. I'm absolutely am. No one has won more challenges. No one has a higher win percentage than I am. All I'm doing these past 2 weeks is extending that lead and relegating you and Cardinal into the annals of mediocrity when it comes to video gaming.
That was humble in victory, isn't it, guys?
That was an easy win in a very, very, very good game. So that last race, I won it with 3 points. You got 1 point. No one else got anything. So that means at the end of race 3, I'm picking up another 3 points. You're picking up 2 points. Cardinal's picking up 1 point. So the good news for you is that advantage Cardinal got in the last race, you've just nullified it completely. So that means at the end of SpeedRunners, after 3 races, I have got the maximum of 9 points. You just didn't really lay a glove on me in any of those 3 races, to be fair.
No, there was no points taken. It wasn't even to say that we took points off each other. You just blasted through.
Yeah. Again, it does seem to be a thing whenever it comes to like older, like retro games or retro inspired games. It seems to be my wheelhouse. It's not a wheelhouse I thought I had, but here we are.
You have this like moment of transcendence and you're thrown back 30 years and something just clicks. And as you say, like I've always known you as the survival horror kind of guy. So when it comes to games like this, and even it happened sort of in Brawlhalla a few seasons back.
Yes.
I'm just like, how has he just got this? Hidden talents, who knows?
Yeah, I like games with mechanics that you can exploit. I think that's my thing. I like mechanics that make perfect sense and they act the same every single time. That's why I like fighting games, to be fair, because you can sort of plan around what your character can and can't do. That I think that's what it is. It's just give me mechanics that make sense and let me use all the mechanics anytime I want. And I'll blast your game for you, and absolutely no problem. No problem. So I walk away with 9 points there. I won all 3. None of them were really close. I think both games, the second place only won 1 race. I could have probably made more of a sport of it, but I'm not here for sport. I'm here for cups. I'm here for wins. You and Cardinal are walking away with 5 points each. So end of the day, was it a disaster it wasn't a disaster for anybody, really. I mean, it was a great night for me.
Oh yeah, you'll take the W big time. You'll take maximum points every day of the week. Now I think it's been one of those games, one of those scoring metrics where there is points galore to be had, and it doesn't really change. We'll talk about the league table in a minute here. It doesn't change the league table, but what it does is it creates a little bit of space.
Yeah. It's also one of those weeks. I vaguely remember last season our big scoring game week, Cardinal won. And Cardinal
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, and Cardinal tends to win these ones. I always said this seems to be my Achilles heel when it comes to high scores, high stakes. When there's big points in the week, I don't tend to win them. In fact, I tend to come last. I haven't done that this time. This is a big
overcoming moment.
This was
podcast.
my when we agreed on the scoring system in the game and stuff. I was like, right, this is a week. I must win this. That was my motivation going into this. I didn't really practice this game. Me and Cardinal did a few runs the night before we played this.
To have in this game,
and to be fair to him, I absolutely blasted him the whole night. And we only played about 20 minutes. We did about 5 or 6 races. But yeah, let's talk about what the new league table looks like after 5 challenges, nearly the mid-season point. But in third place, in the Cardinal position, is Cardinal Smith with 10 points. He
breaks my heart
has
to hear that.
Hit 10. He's hit double digits. Double digits has been hit, but he's still waiting for that first challenge win. He is in real danger here of going on an entire season without a single win, which is, I would say it's crazy, but during the prep for season 6, I did make stats, and I obviously have won the most challenges, which means my win percentage is the highest.
About 48% or so.
Yeah, you are second, and Cardinal is third. I'm third by a distance. So it is Cardinal, before season 6 started, had 25%.
Okay.
1/4 of all challenges being won by Cardinal Smith, which is 5 points below your 29.
Low?
Yeah. Because Sherry won 11%.
Fair. That's very interesting.
Yeah. So Cardinal is third on 10 points. You are second on 15 points, so 5 points ahead of Cardinal right now. But a couple of weeks of him winning, you coming second, is going to tie that up lovely. So Cardinal, you may not be here. I know you're watching this. You need to win a challenge. You need to win next week. And finally, I'm first with 19 points. I would say it's a surprise. It isn't a surprise. I am the big dog. I am the man who wins. Every game is my game. Every genre is my genre.
Even if he didn't know it was his genre, he's gone and done it anyway.
I'm just a gamer. You know what I mean? I'm just an absolute sterling gamer. Gold standard.
Incredible scenes.
Yeah, there's people out there go, what gamers should we look at? People think Ninja. No, he just makes a lot of money. I'm better at every game than anyone.
It's a bold claim. there's plenty of season left to go here. I know that we do our humble smack talking at the end of every challenge now, but this sort of middle third now becomes where we start to separate the real gamers here now.
The wheat from the chaff. And right now, Cardinal is in the biological waste bin, so he needs he needs to do something. I don't know how he beats a gamer like me, but he has to find a way. And
we need a post-analysis team. Like, I know that we come in and we do our own little analysis of everyone's gameplay, but I think we need like an impartial third party to come in and analyze all of our gameplay and just find out what we need. Like Roy Keane, Micah Richards, Jamie Redknapp to come in and talk about like what can Cardinal do.
His run here's not great.
Do you stick with the gaffer to the end of the season, or
did they get in Big Sam holidays? Like, get him into the rest of the season. But yeah, that is it. Just a quick recap there. Cardinals in third place with 10 points. You're in second place with 15, and I'm first on 19. It's still fairly close, but there is a bit of a gap between first and second and third. But you would expect that at this stage. It's all to play for. There's plenty more points to come, plenty more games to play, and plenty more wrap-up sections, including this one. That is it, Tomahawk. Another episode all wrapped up. Another episode, another win for me, another loss for Cardinal. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. We like to think this is a competitive sport, but right now, Cardinal's putting up no competition. It will stop. The rot will stop. You said it last week. We've seen it in the history of high scores, high stakes. Cardinal backloads seasons with points.
Oh, good. Like, we've all done it. We've all been in ruts. We've all come out of them. Nobody's ever been in a rut for very long. It's doable. Like, I have every confidence the Cardinals going to pull these back. Now, we've all had these skew moments in any season, to be quite honest. Now, but he is very much tail ender. He comes in and puts a run on.
He puts on runs, and that's the most annoying thing about Cardinal. He'll go like 3 games in a row, just win, and it's just like, come on, like, because
and how does he do it?
Yeah, my seasons tend to be really front loaded with wins, and you sort of space them out a wee bit more than either me or Cardinal. So it's all to play for. Right now, we're entering into the tricky mid-season point where we don't want to lose points. But as you said in this one, if you overextend yourself, then you could find yourself in trouble. So it's all to play for. Don't miss next week's episode or any week's episode, because this competition only gets hotter and the stakes only get higher. Which brings us on, our Cardinal. I was going to call you Cardinal. Tomahawk.
Cardinal on the brain today. He's been missed this last couple of weeks now.
He has been. I've missed him. I've missed name that game. There's a whole heap of stuff going on here. But yeah, it brings us to the housekeeping, which we have dropped from the front on as per Cardinal's request. So if this is the first time listening to us or the 152nd time listening to us, and you haven't left us a star review, whatever podcast platform you listen to us on, please do that now. 1 star to 5, whatever you think we're worth, we will take it. If you want to give us a written review, that's even better, because it feeds the algorithm and tells Spotify or wherever you're watching us, more people should see this. So please do that. If you're watching this on YouTube and you haven't subscribed and hit the little bell icon, do that now. Also, leave us a wee comment. Will Cardinal go a season without a single challenge win? We need to know. What's the consensus out there? Are we looking at if he goes a full season, we have to replace him with an AI agent like Claude, or
I don't know. Reverse whitewash, would you call it?
I don't know. But leave us a comment. If you've listened to us for a very long time, you still haven't shared us with a friend or family member who you think might like it, why not? What are you doing? Come on, sort yourself out. You need to sort yourself out as much as Cardinal does in this league table right now. So sort it. Our analytics say you're listening to a mobile, hit the share button, get into WhatsApp. Let's go. Let's go.
No excuses now.
Yeah. With all of that being said, I forgot about the website. If 1 hour-ish isn't enough to fill your week, go to highscoreshighstakes.com. There you'll find every game we've ever played with little mini reviews and all that good stuff. There is more coming, and there is a redesign coming.
It is our big one-stop shop for all things high scores, high stakes. I think it's nicer than the link tree, which has been left into the wilderness, I suppose.
Yeah, and you can watch every episode on the homepage as well.
Exactly, so that's right.
Get yourself there and watch the video there. If you don't want to pay for Spotify, go for it. We do everything for you. And with all that being said, Tomahawk, I have nothing left to say except I've been Mr Luvva Luvva. This has been High Scores, High Stakes. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on Monday. Love y'all. Bye.
Happy design.